All right, hello everyone. I hope you guys can hear me. So I'm in a different setup today than I have been when I've been filming these little, these fun. Oh, Jesus. Need to mute myself. These little. All right, there we go. Sorry, I had the stream up, I guess, on one of my tabs so I could keep an eye on the chat. But so I'm in a very different setup. I also flipped my camera. So this is actually upside down for me, but right side up for you guys. This is actually in my studio. I have my art station right next to my computer desk. So the lighting is set up for filming over there. But my desk is over here, so there might be some shadows and stuff. This is flipped. But this is actually the painting I've been working on, and I've been waiting for it to dry enough so that way I can add gold leafing around Arwen. And then here's my Galadriel one I started working on while I was waiting for parts of Arwen to dry. So again, this is flipped, which now I'm seeing I need to fix some things on her face. So what the heck is this? Paint get on her. Dang it. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that too. But yeah, so I got inspired to do some Lord of the Rings paintings, and I'm gonna try adding gold leafing to them. But we are not painting these today, so I'm gonna move these lovely ladies right here where I have some of my other canvases. And today we are going to do another color spotlight and color mixing for Cerulean Blue. Now, this is a little bit off center for me. Just because I don't know what happened. I guess I moved something, and so now everything is off center. My easel was perfectly lined up where I usually film, but it is what it is. Let me see if I can adjust this. Usually I need a screwdriver to do this. So this is just like my desktop. Oh God. Oh jeez. Okay. This is my desktop easel, which I usually need a freaking screwdriver to like get this in right. I really wanted to do French cleats on one of my walls, but I don't have any of the free wall space to do that. So let me get this down a little bit lower for you guys. Now, where's my, usually I have a clamp thing for this, which I don't know where it is. Ever since I came back from vacation, I can't find anything. I don't know if you guys ever have that where you need to sit and get work done, but because you cleaned your house before you went on vacation, when you come home, you're like, I remembered where it was when I was cleaning it, but now that I'm home, I can't find anything. That is the story of my life to a T. And plus, I was doing a little bit rearranging in this studio, and now I can't find anything. Always happens. One day I'll have the studio of my dreams, and I won't have any drawers or anything. It'll just be shelves, and everything will be visible. That I think is the way to go. Also, one of the things, since I am experimenting with gold leafing and silver leafing and bronze leafing, I have all this little gold dust basically all around the studio. So if you see any of that, that's what that is. Now, I've done a few of these. I have left them up. Thank you so much, everyone that's watched and participated in these streams. It really means a lot to me. My watch hours on this channel broke 1,000. Finally. So I'm one step closer to monetization. I just need 3,000 more to go. All right, that lovely number. But I've been working on some other art videos that I think might be faster, like what type of painters palettes I use for oil paints and stuff like that, which I think you guys might like. And so I was doing a DIY painters palette. Now let me get my Cerulean Blue out for you guys. So this is the Cerulean Blue. I do this a little bit differently just because maybe I am just a little bit too lazy for my own good sometimes, but I just get this straight out of the, I really can't be bothered to clean another palette when I'm literally going to be doing the same thing the next day. So that could be the lazy side of me that's just like, I'm just going to take it straight out of the tube. That's what she said. Where the heck is my white? Of course, now that I'm doing this, I can't find my white. But oh, there it is. It's underneath all the other colors. So I'm going to go through this as usual. And so we're going to start with titanium white and mix it into pure cerulean blue. Then we're going to go to cadmium yellow light mixed into pure cerulean blue. I'm going to take a random guess, not that I haven't been using this paint for decades, but I'm going to guess it's going to come out green. Just a random guess. And then this is cadmium red light mixed with cerulean blue. This is cobalt teal mixed with cerulean blue. Then we have quinacridone magenta mixed with cerulean blue. I think that's going to be a really pretty purple. Then we go down to yellow ochre, and then alizarin crimson, ultramarine blue, viridian, burnt umber, and then ivory black. And we're going to go through all of that today. I do it in 6 steps. Really, really simple, really easy, just to get a good idea of how these colors mix well with each other. Also, guys, how is the lighting? If it's too bright, let me know and I can go adjust it. Put a 1 in the chat if it's too bright, and 2 if it's okay. So let me know while you guys, it might be a little too bright for me. I personally think it's too bright. I'm just going to fix it. So one moment. All of the technical difficulties as I start streaming, right? That's always when it happens. It's never at a convenient time. It's always when you're in the middle of doing something. So let me adjust that. Okay, there we go. That is perfect, I think. And again, sorry about the angle. It is going to look a little bit skewed because I have to have it at an angle. So I apologize, everyone, if it bothers you. Slightly overexposed. Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Also, there's 17 people watching. Please smash the like button. Please share. Spread the word that I'm live. This channel, I don't think many people get notifications when I go live, which sucks, but it is what it is. I did retweet this on my main Twitter and all of that fun stuff. So hopefully some people can come in and join us and say hello. Say hello. Let me pull back up the chat so I can see what everyone is saying. All right, there we go. Everything is ready. Now let's start. I usually have been doing this at like 7 p.m., but I wanted to do it a little bit earlier today just because I wanted to do this. And if that's not a good reason, I don't know what is. Right. Let's go straight into this titanium white. I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but there is titanium white there. There is titanium white there. Now, again, if you guys have some kind of idea on what you guys would like to see in like a painting stream or in a video, go ahead and let me know in the comments once this video is done and we're done streaming. I'd really like to hear your guys' thoughts and stuff like that and just get an idea. I have talked a little bit about how I wanted to do this eye project, which I know sounds a little bit weird, but once I show like pictures and stuff, people kind of understand. All right, now let me get back in with this brush. This is my go-to brush. Every artist has their own. This one is mine. Now, of course, with the white, I can't see what the heck is going on here. Can't even see where it is, so I'm just guessing. Oh, there we go. There we go. Look at how pretty this is. Cerulean blue, I'm going to be honest, is not my favorite blue to paint with, but when it works, it freaking works, and it looks great. I'll wipe a little bit of that off so that there's just barely any on here for this. There you go. I actually used a lot of cerulean blue in that Arwen painting I showed you guys that was up here. Let's see. Let's go a little bit darker. Just a little bit darker. How's everyone's day going? I hope it's going well. It is actually an overcast Monday for me, which works out perfectly when you're doing a DIY project and you need to film outside. Honestly, the less sun, the better for situations like that, because then you don't have like hard shadows and everything. Like has a smooth, kind of a smooth transition, just like that. So there we go. There is a cerulean blue mixed with titanium white. Our first color is done, everyone. I wish I could flip this horizontally for everyone. We want paintings. You guys want paintings? I mean, I think that's why I'm going to do the eye painting. The eye painting. And so I already, where is it? I had one. Let me grab it. It might be up here. Okay, so yeah, so this was an eye painting that I had sketched out. So this is Spock's eye, if you can't tell. So I wanted to do a project of little paintings and then just paint characters' eyes. And so, you know, I would have Spock and Kirk and, you know, McCoy. and just go through like all of the Star Trek casts. And I think that that would be fun just to do eye studies of all of them. But I actually have been thinking about doing, so I had this project years and years ago that I never got to finish, but I've been stocking up on stuff for this project. So this is a painting that I was working on. I love stuffed animals. I'm a girly girl. I like stuffed animals. But my concept was, because I love Toy Story, was what if I got all of my stuffed animals, because one of the good things that Disney actually does is when it's re-releasing a movie, it releases all of the characters as plush from the movie. And I love that that soft, organic kind of, well, it is a look, but you know, the way that just the way that plush look when they're painted. And also you can pose them and you can get these really nice variations and like the folds and stuff. Again, this is flipped, so it's actually the other way around, so just imagine it was fixed. But so my concept for, and I wanted to do different collections of paintings, like the classic Disney movies, the villains, the princesses. And so these were actually my friend's plush, and so she let me borrow them. She no longer has this. She sold it. This is the most expensive fucking plush to find. I wanted to like maybe do something more with like these characters, because this is Tiger Lily from Peter Pan, for those that don't know. This plush is like $140 fucking dollars. I'm like, Jesus Christ. But my concept of it was to tell a story with these plush, because in Toy Story they freeze, right? So let's say like you walked in and the character, all of them had to freeze doing whatever they were doing. And so Wendy is the one that's telling the story of Peter Pan, right? So this is my concept, even though obviously this isn't, Peter Pan was not written by Wendy. My concept was that Wendy went back, you know, she left Neverland, the Lost Boys left too, and she decided to write the Peter Pan book. And then this is them reading her book. So this is obviously Peter. This is TikTok, who is, you know, the crocodile that likes Captain Hook's hand. They came out with like a baby version of him, which I thought was so cute, so I put that in there. Obviously Tiger Lily and Tinkerbell, so all the ones that stayed in Neverland. That's why it's just them. And so that was my concept. And so I've been collecting plush for years of all the different Disney movies that I want to do. But so this was one that, since it's already started and so far, you know, into the process, but I haven't worked on this painting in years. My idea was maybe I could do a live stream and we could work on this and I can explain you guys how to revisit paintings. But so that was one. But if you guys are interested in that, let me know. Nails on fleek. Thanks. I actually lost one. I don't know what happened. I just woke up and it was gone. So I'm not happy about that. I was going to go get my nails fixed today, but I had other things to do. So I'll go get them fixed either tomorrow or the next day. All right. Now we are on to cadmium yellow. Cadmium yellow. Cadmium yellow. Also, there's 24 people watching. Please smash the like button. Smash the like button. Please. Oh, wait. Wrong way. I'm supposed to do blue first. Uh-oh. What was I supposed to do? No, I was supposed to do the color first. I'm forgetting my own process. At least this time I'll be able to see it, unlike titanium white. Now, when I'm using watercolors, I do not like cadmium yellow to paint with. I like Cerulean, which is a cool yellow, but I think it just works so much better than the cadmium yellow. The cadmium yellow has a different consistency in watercolors than it does in oil paint, so I much prefer the oil paint version of cadmium yellow. Let's see. I did get this new color, which I'm not too happy with. It's a titanium oil paint, and I got it so I could sign paintings with it, but I really don't like it. I tried painting like a canvas with it, which is still wet, so I can't grab it for you guys. But so this is it. This Gamblin came out with like metallics. It is not a good consistency. Don't use it. Actually, maybe I should wait until it's actually done drying and let you know how it works when it's on a canvas. But right now, I am not happy with it, so not very reassuring. But hey, who knows? Maybe it has a really nice dry to it. Again, I got it so that way I could sign paintings with it, because I'm always debating, I'm like, what color should I sign this with? Because sometimes you get tired of signing with like black or white and you want to try a different one. So that's what I was doing with that. And I did a painting of my in-laws' house. And so I forgot to sign it. And she's like, you need to come back and sign it. And I was like, okay. And so I was like, oh, this is perfect. I'll sign it in metallic. It was cool because we had like a little mini family reunion going on this weekend for her stepdad's 82nd birthday. And so everyone was there and everyone saw it. It's not even framed or anything. It's just sitting there because I needed to sign it. And then she needs to wait for it to dry to add the varnish and whatnot. But everyone was like, oh my gosh, that's your house. And she's like, yeah, Anna painted it. And they're like, oh my gosh. And I was like, oh, thank you. You guys are so nice. My family are just like, Anna did another painting. Did she get any on the floor? On the walls? Where did Anna get paint? Like my dad, when we had lunch with him the other day. And I was telling him about like some of the projects I'm working on, and he's just like, did you get paint everywhere? And my boyfriend was like, oh, so this has been a lifelong thing. And I was like, yes, babe, I told you it's been a lifelong thing. This is how you know I've been somewhere, if there's paint on it. I get paint everywhere. And it's not intentional. I try to be clean, but it just happens. People that paint, they know my struggle. Okay, so now we're on to cadmium red light. All right. And I like going in with like the color that you're going to use first and then going a little bit with the color you're mixing. Now this is going to become a muted brown, I guarantee you. There we go. It is a little bit prettier than some of them because I think the blue really helps that. Now, I don't know why this is watery. Maybe it's because I was washing off this brush and I forgot to really, there we go. All right, it's fine. This is more realistic for the way I paint. I like to paint in very thin layers. I was watching, there's a great documentary on Amazon Prime, which if you haven't seen it yet, I'd highly recommend it. It's called The Man Behind the Poster, and it is a documentary on Drew Struzan. Now, if you don't know who Drew Struzan is, every iconic movie poster you can think of that looks cool, like Indiana Jones, Back to the Future, Star Wars, that was Drew Struzan. He is, and all of those famous prequel posters that, you know, just look absolutely fantastic. My favorite one was the Attack of the Clones ones, and like Padme is leaning back on Anakin and she just looks absolutely beautiful. And it's just like those pictures, you can't find those pictures anywhere because they don't exist, because they're not photos, they're paintings. Or I guess there's photos of those paintings, but I remember seeing that and I was like, oh my god, I want to look like that. You know. Let me mix this. So I didn't do this one very well because my paintbrush was a little too wet. So I have to go through this until I get the right consistency so it dries the way I like it. Which, again, this is realistic. This happens. You don't get anything perfect on the first try. Any artist that tells you that is trying to sell you something, right? But if you go watch the documentary on Drew Struzan, it is absolutely fantastic. I cannot recommend it enough. It's called The Man Behind the Poster. And so he talks about his technique and how, you know, he was the typical starving artist. And so how he learned a technique of how to get as like, you know, as much coverage as possible with as little paint as possible. So there we go. We got another layer down. So now we are moving into cobalt teal. Now this I don't think is going to do very much, to be honest with you guys. Let's see, what is everyone saying? Anna should dress as Padme for her wedding. I wanted to for a long, long time, but come to find out that it's not as flattering on me as it would be on Natalie Portman. Yeah, I'm no Natalie Portman, guys. Can't pull off some of that stuff. I do have her white outfit from Attack of the Clones, the one where they go to Geonosis. I have that one. Let's see. I am a little bit more, I don't know, is it the right word, like stout? I don't know if usually you describe a woman as stout, but I don't know, I'm a little bit more, I'm not fat. I've never been fat, but I'm a little thicker than Padme or Natalie Portman is. She's like super, super petite and like very slim. I am slim, but it's like I'm Portuguese, so we have a thickness to us, right? It's like the sailor genes in me. Let's see. That's one thing that people are always surprised. It's like I'm not fat by any means, but it's like I am a little bit I don't know, I'm not curvy the way like some Latina women are. I don't know how to describe my body. It doesn't make sense. That's the best way to describe it. It doesn't make sense, but it makes sense when you see it. All right, so that is a transition. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it is, let's see. Gonna write it down. Yeah, Optic Racer, that documentary, it's one of the best documentaries because rarely do they ever make a documentary about an artist while the artist is still alive and can talk about things. But it talks about his like, his rise into, art and stuff and how he got discovered doing an Alice Cooper cover. The Welcome to My Nightmare cover where Alice Cooper is in like a tuxedo and stuff, and just how absolutely creative he is. And so he was doing album artwork, and then he gets discovered and makes his way into doing movie posters. And then Hollywood decided, hey, we don't want to be creative at all. Let's just do Photoshop, and how he ended up retiring. But he's super active on Twitter. His name is Drew Sturzan. Go follow him. He's awesome. I don't know if it's him or like his manager, maybe even his like son or his daughter-in-law. But from what I've seen, he's like a very nice, humble guy. But he talks about how he kind of got slighted by Hollywood and the way that they'd rather just do Photoshops instead of actual art. And I get it. It's cheaper to hire a Photoshop artist than it is to pay a painter or, an actual artist. But they did what they did. And that's also, guys, this is why I don't like how they redid. If you go on, you see how Disney does like when you Google the Star Wars movies now and you see the posters for it, they're really bad photoshopped versions. And so that's so that they don't pay him, residuals for his work. It's really fucking shady. So they'd rather do their shitty Photoshop than pay an actual artist. But that's Disney for you. They're cheapskates. They have billions of fucking dollars, but they're cheap as hell. But it's actually free if you have Amazon Prime to watch this documentary. You know what? Maybe I'll do a watch party on Twitch if you guys are interested. And because I mean it's free on Amazon Prime, so we could actually watch that together if you guys like. I do have a Twitch that I'm supposed to be using for like video games and stuff, but I can watch a documentary. I was actually thinking I need to learn how to do like the watch party thing. I think that would be fun because then you guys could like recommend terrible movies and watch me freak out. So this is Chronachrome Magenta. This is super, super pretty. I wasn't I know I've done this one before, but I guess I forgot how pretty this was. Ooh, look at that. Look at that purple, that violet. Let's see. But yeah, if there's one person, if there's an artist I would love to meet, it would be Drew Sturzan. All right. Now we're gone to yellow ochre. It's going to be a green. How much you guys want to bet this is going to be green? Also, there's 37 people watching. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Smash the like button, please, and thank you. Let's see. I'm just doing this color mixing. And guys, I leave these all live up on my channel, so that way it can help people if they ever need it. And there's also a playlist on my channel called Color Mixing if you ever wanted to just watch them all and have them like autoplay in the background for you if you miss anything. That's where you find that. I need to be a little bit more organized on this channel. Go away, little bug. Freaking flies in here. Everyone watch that new He-Man, or I should say the Tila show. Did everyone watch that or no? I posted my review up for it on my main channel today. Ugh. Ugh. I noticed some things though when I was going like back through and like trying to get a little bit more chronological in so that way because I am such a scatterbrain. Like I think of very specific scenes and it goes by like what stands out the most to me. So half the time it's like all jumbled. Like this scene in this one episode in episode 3 I think of first before I think of the scene in episode 1, right? So I was like I need to be a little bit more chronological with this when I do a review because not everybody thinks like me. So I got to make it appeal to at least a majority of people, right? And I feel like I have a pretty good sense of my audience and they like things in chronological order. And so there we go. There's yellow ochre. Now we're moving on to alizarin crimson. But so one of the things I noticed at the very end, oh, spoiler alert if you guys don't want to hear the spoiler alert for this show, but one of the things that happens is, so again, sorry guys for the spoilers, but Skeletor and He-Man die in the first episode, right? Which I guess Skeletor didn't die. He saved his essence in Evelyn's scepter, which I'm like, that's a really big cop-out. They should really show how that happened and how he figured that out. But they don't, which, I mean, of course not, because plot. But one of the things that this show, because it's literally the Tila show, which Kevin Smith lied and it's like, oh no, it's not, it's about He-Man. And it's like, no, it's about Tila. It's about Tila dealing with her anger at He-Man for never sharing his secret and blaming him even after he died saving everyone. And then going back and basically Tila going on a hero's journey, even though it's more like a villain's story. But the end, right? Tila, this whole show has been about how great and badass Tila is and how she's this badass warrior. She could take on Snake Mountain without He-Man, without any weapons, or except her little staff thing, which is like, I wonder where she got that staff thing. Oh, who's that like? Oh, yeah, right. But it's like she's been fighting and kicking ass this entire show. And then the last scene where Adam, they make Adam leave heaven because she guilt trips him. And it's like, oh, if you leave heaven, you die, you're never coming back, dude. This was your reward. If you leave, no backsies. And so he leaves to go save everyone and like retake his mantle as He-Man and restore magic to Eternia and save the universe. And while he's doing that, Skeletor apparently, again, hid in Evelyn's scepter and is coming out of the scepter. And while they're having this whole scene of him coming out of the fucking scepter, Tila is just standing there watching He-Man do his thing and watching Skeletor rematerialize and take enough time to where he changes his weapon so it has a little saber on the end and then stab He-Man in the back. It's like this chick had the reflexes of a fucking hawk a minute ago, but now all of a sudden she just stands there and watches Adam die. Like, give me a break. This chick is supposed to be the baddest of the badasses. If Adam and her were in reverse spots, he would have saved her, but she just stood by and let him or fucking Skeletor stab him in the fucking back. I'm like, give me a break. Sorry. She was mad at him. I know she's mad at him, but it's like, okay, if I'm mad at someone, I'm not for not telling me a secret, I'm not going to stand by and let them die again. Right? It's like, get over yourself. She is such a selfish, narcissistic cunt. It's ridiculous. Sorry, I know this is supposed to be like a laid back art stream, but oh my God, I'm mad. Also, guys, my main channel passed 200,000 subscribers, so I need to do a celebratory stream. I think I'm going to do one tomorrow. So I hope to see you guys all there. I'll do an art stream here before I do that, though, so that way, you know, we can all hang out and have fun together, and then we'll go do a celebration stream. I'll probably be drinking. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Maybe I'll be drinking. Also, this is ultramarine blue mixed with cerulean blue. Again, when you're mixing blues and they're on the same side of the color wheel, it's not going to make too much of a difference. There we go. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. Deep blue. Yeah. Yeah, this is like if you're painting like oceans. Oceans. I wouldn't necessarily say a night sky, but maybe if you're doing like a rim around a planet or something, but I would go more with white than that. All right, now we are going to mix Viridian with Cerulean blue. Also, there's 30 people here. Thank you guys so much, everyone, for being here. It's very humbling to see you guys like this kind of stuff. So smash the like button, please, and thank you. And after this stream is over, leave me a comment and let me know what you thought. Help my help the algorithm. Let's see. I also updated the channel recommendations. So if you guys go to the channel section, there's some artists there that I personally like. And even if they're not as active on YouTube, they're usually very active on Instagram. But if you guys ever want like an art channel that you would, or recommended by me, they're all up there for you. And there's different types. I made sure that there was a variety there. But yeah, and this is going to be like if you don't have cobalt teal, this would be a good way to emulate a teal type of color. This is good for like ocean paintings too. I don't really paint water. I remember I learned how to in college and I just never did it again. I remember enjoying it. Like once you know how to paint water, it's like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I know how to paint water. And it's so satisfying when you go in and you add like the highlights and stuff. It's like, yes. Juicy. All right, now we got Viridian. Let's see. Let me close this. Now let's get Burnt Umber. Burnt Umber. All right. Now, burnt umber is a very powerful color. That's why I leave it down at the end with black. There's some artists that refuse to paint with black because black isn't natural. You'll never find real black. And then there's some artists that won't paint without black because they like that, that intensity that black can bring. And so people, when they don't use black, they'll use like burnt umber mixed with like ultramarine blue. And that creates, that can get very, very dark to emulate black. I'm an artist myself, but a lot of artists you will learn the more time you spend with them. Some of them are kind of quirky, right? Are a little bit weird, but you kind of have to be weird to be that on that side of the creative mindset, right? You don't make something iconic with being like boring and normal. And yeah, I know I just said normal was boring. Well, guess what? It's my opinion. I think it's boring to be normal. I like being weird. I would never want to be normal. There we go. Now this is how you can like make a gray. And there you go. There's a nice transition for you there. All right, now we are done with burnt umber, and now we are moving on to black. Black, 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 ivory black. Let's see. You guys having fun? You guys having fun? How's my audio, by the way? I have to be streaming this through like OBS, so what I do is I just don't add a microphone to OBS, and I just use the microphone from StreamYard, so I hope it's okay. I hope it's not coming out of my webcam, because that's the worst. It's the worst microphone ever. There we go. Blue and black, blue and black. When it was junior prom, I was dating a guy and he went to a different high school and his favorite color was blue. So I wore a blue and black dress to his prom and then like a pink and black dress to mine. And the blue one was much prettier. I should have worn that one to mine. Gosh, if I could only go back and tell my little self, decisions. Remember, the pictures are forever. Who cares about his prom? Think about your prom. And it sucked because, like, I guess he was, like, really hot. So we ended up, like, just sitting out the entire time. He didn't want to go inside and dance. I was like, gosh, this is the worst. His prom was like, oh, yeah, let's have fun. And I'm like, oh, we get to have fun at your prom, but not at my prom, you butt. Gosh, that was a long time ago. Feel old. All right, there we go. And we are done with Cerulean Blue, guys. And believe it or not, there is cerulean blue in that one, as dark as it is. But, all right. Now we do what we always do, which is we vote for which one. Let's see. Oh, audio is fine. Okay, good. Let's see. All right, guys. Which one is your favorite? Is it number 1, titanium white with cerulean blue? Number 2, cadmium yellow light with cerulean blue? Number 3, cad red light? Number 4, cobalt teal? Number 5, chronacron magenta? Oh, I'm getting hiccups. Number 6, yellow ochre? Number 7, alizarin crimson? Number 8, ultramarine blue? Number 9, viridian? Number 10, burnt umber? Or number 11, ivory black? Let me know in the chat which transition you like the best. Okay, I see 2, 4, and 6. So 2 cadmium yellow, 4, and 6 yellow ochre. All right. Yeah, cad yellow and cerulean blue is really pretty. I actually like number 5 the best. That's the one I'm going with. I'm not usually a purple person or violet person, but I really like the mix there. 4, 2, 5, and 7, 2 and 6, 5 and 9. Ooh, like viridian. Pretty. 2, 1, 9, 3, 5, and 7. Oh, 3, 5, and 7. So 3, 5, and 7. Oh, yeah. Nice. 2, let's see. 9 burnt umber. You like that one, huh? Yeah, it is a nice color. It is interesting. Is it interesting to you guys? I mean, I'm biased. I love color theory. So I think it's interesting the way that different types of colors react to one another. And I mean, now you guys get to see it. And if you guys are interested in trying this out at your home, now you guys kind of know how to, or at least you guys know my way of how to. I really like it. I think that this kind of thing is fun. And I've been enjoying doing it with you guys. So the next one is that we're going to do tomorrow is yellow ochre. So yellow ochre will be the color that we do the transition for tomorrow. Then the next day it'll be alizarin crimson, then ultramarine blue, then viridian, then burnt umber, then ivory black. So what is that, like 5? I know, 6 more colors to go, guys. 6 more to go. And then we'll be done with this whole color mixing thing, which is going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun journey. And then we can move on to painting the eyes. Now, I know I said that I was going to create an email address for everyone to see, like if you guys wanted me to paint your eyes and you guys want to watch like me paint your eyes. So I saw that Ryan had sent me some to my main Star Wars Girl email. Now, I'm going to post the criteria on the quality of the photo and also the lighting. So that way you guys have an idea before you spam me with photos of your eyes, which I do appreciate. Also, low-key, if any of you guys have albinism or you know somebody with albinism, please send me pictures of their eyes because I find people with albinism absolutely fascinating and they have like the coolest eyes to paint. So not to exploit anyone with albinism, but I really want to fucking paint you. So send me pictures of your eyeballs if you have albinism. Sorry, low key. That's one thing that it's like I'm absolutely fascinated by when I see people with albinism. They're so cool to look at their eyes and to paint. But I will create an email address just for this eye project that I'm going to do. And I want to do at least 100 eyes, whether they not be Star Trek eyes and just like your guys' eyes. That I think that would be pretty cool if you guys want to be a little bit more involved with the channel and see your eyeball get painted. I think that would be a lot of fun. So I will post criteria so that way you guys can have an idea of what the picture needs to look like for me to get a good variety in values. For those that don't know, it's like lightest to darkest. So it would be like the difference between right here, like the blacks, right, and the whites, and how, you know, dark and light it is. So that's really important to create contrast and interest in, you know, just a little drawing of an eye that's going to become a painting. But so let me know, everyone. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Please, after the stream is done, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Let me know which, like you guys all just did in the chat, let me know which color one is your favorite. That way I can see in the actual comment section and get an idea of which ones you guys prefer to which ones you guys don't really, you know, care for, maybe the least preferred. And let me know what you guys think about this whole eye project if you're interested. And also let me know what other types of content you guys want to see. If there was something that you really wanted to learn how to do, like how to set up a color palette before you paint, how to mix paint and stuff like that. Let me know in the comment section of this video. And everyone, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. And until next time, I hope you have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And may the force be with you, because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye, everyone.